Welcome to the Midnight Lounge, hosted by your main man, Uncle Freezy. Sit back and relax, unwind, enjoy the midnight conversation. Usually we'll be joined by any and many of my friends who come in and help set the vibe, all for you. Again, welcome to the Midnight Lounge. Let's start the show. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rocker, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to a Midnight Lounge, man. I was just in the mood for hanging out, chilling, and with maybe a little bit of storytelling, maybe some of that. I'm gonna play a joint by my man DSJ. I have permission for one of his joints. I think I have open permission for one of his joints, so I'm gonna play one of his joints just real quick, and then I'm gonna just rock the spot with us for a few moments.
Yeah. Shorty, let me holler at you. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, cause you're from the hood. From first eye contact, I knew I had to have that. Had a feeling you were something special. Didn't know if I could match that. You draw a crowd just to say hi. You make it happen, you stay fly. You big and everyone know. If I was a stock, you would raise mine. Even with a t-shirt and sweats on. Girl, you work it for me. Don't matter what they say about you. Baby, you're perfect. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, cause you're from the hood. That Dominican girl, East African queen, call you my cinnamon girl. Sweet like grandma Kaba, you were a number one prospect. Even if you're raised in the projects, and you got the whole game on lock. Cops and robbers, they'll build an altar, you're so bomb. You shoot them down so calm. You don't be playing no games, but sexy in jerseys you throw on. I'm your soldier, I will march in line. You know it's your world. Let me hit you with that more in line. You go, girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, cause you're from the hood.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I would love to be the one that holds you, console you in times of grief, and listen when you're trying to speak. Your smile, it brightens up the darkest moods, and looking in your eyes is like gazing at the stars and moon. Just thinking about you, damn, I can hardly move. The depths of my feelings are hard to convey. Like trying to catch fish at the edge of a bay. Like I'm caught in an infinite wave. Cause even when you do the simplest things, I
All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, man, just playing a little something to get us in the mood for tonight. I just had a joint that I wanted to share. It had been on my mind, and plus I have to put something on Instagram and something on TikTok. So here I am. I'm just gonna share a story real quick, and then you know what I'm saying. And then if y'all have any questions, man, we'll just rock the spot or whatever. Um, so when you're a shorty, right? You start to have like these weird feelings. You don't know what they are, right? You don't know what they are. You just like got like these little tinglings. I guess your little hormones be jumping like a disco, so to speak. Well, I guess I was about 9 or 10 years old, maybe 11, maybe 12, something like that. Right? Maybe let's say 10 for the sake of conversation. Nice round number. Well, out at 10, I was focused on sports. All I wanted to do was shoot hoops all day, play baseball, run around, ride my bike, you know what I'm saying, do little joints at the tennis court. And shout out. So if you from Jersey City, when I say the tennis court, you know what I mean by tennis court. It's not like the country club. It's like, a little concrete, a little tarmac tennis court in the middle of the hood or whatever. And so I never forget, I was walking to my aunt's house. She lived about 6 blocks away from where we lived at on Van Nostrand. Right. I was walking to my aunt's house, right? And I saw one of my classmates from school, right? And I'm just walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? Little brother walking with me. We just gonna go over there and play for a little while or whatever. And as we walking, as you going from Armstrong, you leave Van Nostrand, you turn the corner, you know what I'm saying? You going Armstrong, you know what I'm saying? So we get to Fulton, and I see a girl from school, right? And she waved at me like, and she called me by my school name, your government name. You know how in school they call your name like Uncle Freezy, present. Say your name is Chris Jones. They be like, Chris Jones, present. So she called my name like we was in school. And I look across the street, that's how she waving or whatever. And her girls, all her friends are like, that's him, that's him. And I'm looking around like, who the hell they talking about? Come to find out, she had a crush on me all year. Right? I never got the opportunity to say anything. So I was kind of and at that age, at 10, I was really underconfident, but really overconfident at the same time. And I know a lot of y'all listening to this story will understand where I'm coming from. Like I was really underconfident. Like I wasn't ready to holler at girls. I was still like in that little awkward stage or whatever. But I was really, really overconfident because I had older cousins putting shit in my head, right? Like putting stuff in my head. And so I see that, and I'm with my little brother. I'm like, yo, I should go over there and talk to her. But then the moment wasn't right. I feel like I wasn't dressed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my play clothes. You know what I'm saying? I can't go over there. This girl see me dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't go over there and holler and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? So she waved. You know what I'm saying? I stay across the street and spark up a little conversation. Like, hey, but I'm hiding behind a car really because you know what I'm saying? I've been playing all day, and then I was going to see my cousins and them, and I didn't want her to see me. You know what I'm saying? In no dirty ass Latigra shorts. You know what I'm saying? And some kind in a Shazam t-shirt or something weird. And so I'm high behind the car. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Just speaking or whatever. And she all shy. And she like, and her girls is whispering all in her ear. You know how 10-year-olds do. Like 10-year-old girls take stuff to the extreme, right? My little brother looking, my little brother proud. He like, my little brother asking me stuff. And my little brother passed away. He going to heaven now, man. May he rest in heaven. He like, yo, is that your girl? He asking me, like, when you 7, he was like 6 or 7 years old at the time. He ain't know. He like, yo, is that your girlfriend right there? And I'm like, relax, easy, calm down, relax. He like, man, I ain't ready to be no uncle. And bro, calm down. Calm down, relax, bro. You 6 years old. You got to relax. You put in the cart before the horse. Right. So we talked for like a little bit. And I'm telling her like, yeah, man, I got to go, whatever. And so I leave there and I go to my cousin's house. Right. And my cousins, they about the same age as me. Like one cousin, like two cousins, my 2 female cousins, they like a year ahead of me. One cousin's my age, like we 3 weeks apart. And then a little cousin who I wound up getting along with him better than everybody, right? He a year younger than me, but he about like the same age as my sister, right? So I get over there and I'm talking to them. I'm like, yo, guess who stopped me up around the corner? And they like, who? And I tell them, I say her name. I ain't gonna say her name for this, right? Because I don't want to be one of them dudes telling the story 50 years later and then everybody get out. So I'm gonna just keep names out of it and all of that stuff. I should say your name, but I ain't, right? But I won't say her name, right? So I tell my cousins, and my one cousin that's my age, he get mad. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? And he like, man, you be trying to have all the girls. And like, who, me? I'm trying to have all the girls? Nah, bro. Nah, it ain't nothing like that, bro. I'm not confident with them like that at all, bro. Because the girls back there, when you 10 years old, girls will ruin your confidence. Trust me. They'll do something, bro, and they'll ruin your confidence. But anyway, I'm over there. Now I feel like I'm a grown-up, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm 35 years old now. I got a little girl, got a crush on me or whatever. And trust, I have a huge crush on her, right? She was like the prettiest girl, like in our class, not in my class, but I'm talking about like in our 4th grade class, 5th grade class. She's like the prettiest girl or whatever. I had no idea she even knew who I was. Well, I know she knew who I am, but y'all get what I'm saying. So I get back, you know what I'm saying? The whole summer, I'm thinking like, I can't wait till school start so that I can holler at her. Now, this happened, this like the beginning, it's like Labor Day weekend or whatever, school about to start like in 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about her day and night, man. I'm sleeping on the top bunk, man. I'm laying in the top bunk, just looking dead in the ceiling, just thinking about this girl, right? I'm just thinking about this girl. And what I should have did was I should have got her phone number, but I couldn't because my mom, no disrespect to Mom Dukes and all of them out there, but my mother liked to be on the telephone, right? So I already knew off rip I wasn't never going to be able to talk to her on the telephone. I already knew that was out, right? And then I couldn't call her from my grandmother's house because she like, is this important? Don't be tying up my line. Older people, right? So we get to school and I'm thinking she's going to be in my class, and come to find out she is not in my class. We on the same hallway, but we not in the same class. So now I'm heartbroken, right? I'm heartbroken. And so, we in class or whatever. And when you're in elementary school, right? They, when it's time to go to the lunchroom or when it's time to go to activities, like when it's time to go to the auditorium or when it's time to go to gym, they put you in a straight line and you be on one wall and the other class will be coming back from that same activity or whatever. Like everybody be rotating, right? And so like we used to see each other, like we have to go to gym and then they'll be coming back from gym and they'll be like walking one way on one side of the wall and we'll be walking on the other side of the wall and I see her and I should walk by, she'd be like waving and I wave back, you know what I'm saying? And one day my homeboy saw her wave at me, right? I mean, a cutie pie too, little cutie pie. One day she waved at me and and so I had two homeboys, right? And they let's say for the sake of conversation, I'm going to call them Sean and Will. I don't want to say they whole names and all that stuff. I don't even know where they at right now in life. I ain't seen these dudes in like 40 years, right? Whatever. So Sean and Will see her wave at me, right? And yo, no lie, when we get back to the classroom, they ask our teacher, hey, you know, Miss Such and Such, can me and Uncle Freezy and such and such sit in those back four desks? We promise we'll do all our work. We ain't gonna talk. I promise you we gonna be good. So she like, yeah, y'all be on the honor roll or whatever. Y'all be good. Yeah, I don't mind y'all sitting back there. But don't make me regret it. Right? So we in the back. Yo, these dudes legit is like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? When y'all gonna get married, B? I'm like, yo, I'm married. I don't even have a telephone number. So they come up with a plan to get her telephone number. Right? Mind you, the plan failed, right? Because she just straight up, she too smart for that. She ain't gonna pass her telephone number through 8 people just to get it to me. Right? It's just what it is. So all year, so this thing progresses like all year, just like that. For the sake of the conversation, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Like we run across each other all year. Like I'm going to see my aunt and them, and I got on like my Christmas clothes. Like I got on like Diodora's herringbone necklace, Kango, all of this. I'm going to see my aunt, right? And then I see her and she wave. But then I was going to walk over and holler because I feel like I'm fresh. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm fresh, right? But then I see the dope boys over there. And I'm like, man, I'm from Van Nostrand. I go over there, try to walk past them Fulton dudes. They probably going to take my hat. They probably going to take my herringbone. And my mom bought me that for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to go home and tell my mother that some Fulton Street dudes took my necklace, right? So I see them over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm 10, mind you. So I tuck my necklace in and I walk by, I wave and can't go over there or whatever. During the school year, like they be eating lunch. I would go over there, like I try to go sit at a table, like the girls' table. And my friends Will and Sean, they were like so awkward with it, right? They were like so awkward with it that, you know, when we go over there, like I go over there and get ready to say something to her. Like I had, like, you know how you have your note already prepared? You know how you come home from school, you know what I'm saying? You write your little love note and then do your homework and then you tear the love note up and then you rewrite the love note in a different color ink or whatever and all that. So I got my little love note and I'm walking to her, right? And I got to smile, you know, I'm you know, little something, you know. And so when I get ready to hand her my little love letter, my homeboy Will leans on the table and spills like 2 girls' chocolate milk and put his hand in somebody's sandwich accidentally, right? And the girls is like, ew, you clumsy, ew. Ruined the moment, right? Ruined the moment. Things like that had been happening all year, little calamities all year, right? And so we finally do an assembly. Y'all know what an assembly is. It's like when all the kids from one grade, you know what I'm saying, they put them all in this one little place or whatever. And, so we have an assembly and they pick like 2 kids from each class to help put on the assembly, right? So it's like me and this girl, I think her name like Adrian. She was like 8 foot tall. She was like 7 foot tall to be a 5th grader, right? Mad tall, mad grown, right? And so it's me and her, and then so we backstage, like we on the stage, you know what I'm saying? And I'm partnered up with Adrian, right? And old girl is partnered up with a dude that I play baseball with, right? We played Little League together. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was a pretty boy back then. Old pretty boy ass 5th grade dude, good hair. Mom them buy him the best clothes. He out here with all types of, you know what I'm saying, Jordans and all of whatever the sneaker. He out here with all these suede Pumas and all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, big dog, why don't you let me switch with you? He's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna switch with you. Do you see who I'm with? And I'm like, dog, I absolutely see who you with. She don't want to be with you. She cold want to be with me, right? I say that, and they're like, well, who with you? And I point over to Adrian. Adrian is like 7 foot tall, all awkward. Got the weird voice. Hey, what y'all doing? Like, Adrian, you a 10-year-old girl. Your voice ain't supposed to be, hey, what y'all doing over there? So my man's like, I ain't going over there with her. And I'm like, oh man. So the teachers are like, hey, we're gonna take a break. I'm giving y'all 5 minutes, but be back here in 5 minutes. So we get a break, and in those 5 minutes, I walk right over to her, right? And we start talking. And I'm like, I've been waiting. And this is what I tell her. And no lie, hand to the man. Y'all gonna think I'm bullshitting. I swear to God, hand to the man, right? As a 5th grader, this is what I tell her. I'm like, I've been waiting for this moment for like 6 months. I legit have been waiting to get face to face with you to talk to you for like 6 months. Right? Before we go any further, you got to give me your telephone number, please. Right? So she take out her pen and she pushed my smart. She's smart. She probably the mayor. She probably the mayor of Jersey City now. She's smart. She pushed my sleeve up and wrote her telephone number on my arm. No lie, in Sharpie, in a marker. She wrote her telephone number on my arm and pulled my sleeve back down. Right? And I was like, yo. And she was like, you better not give my telephone number to nobody. And I'm like, I ain't gonna give your telephone number to nobody. I want you for myself. You know what I'm saying? These the little things, you know what I'm saying? I had been listening to as a 9, 10, 11-year-old, 5th grader, 6th grader, I had been listening to R&B and love songs since I could remember. So this moment right here was right? So I'm like, now, I am not going to give your telephone number to nobody. I've been wanting you for myself for like 6 months. She's smiling. I'm smiling too, because I obviously said something that was right. Right? They call us back. Big Adrian walk over. Hey, what y'all doing over here? She like, yo, Adrian snitched us out. And Adrian was like, Miss Marsh, they got a marker. Oh, snitching ass. Adrian, if I ever see you, I'm putting you on blast, right? So we put on the assembly, all of that stuff, right? All of this stuff go well. I try to call her on the telephone, but I have a little sister, right? And nobody blows up the spot like little sisters, right? Chat, any of y'all got little sisters? If y'all got little sisters, no, but listen, the FBI has nothing on a little sister. You hear me? The CIA has nothing on a little sister, right? Every time I try to, sneak the call in or whatever, mom's working late, I'm trying to get on the phone, and whatever, little sister blowing up the spot. So one day we walking by, right? One day I don't get a chance to call her. I'm trying to explain to her. I'm trying to pass her the note. I can't get notes to her, right? So one day, Mr. Williams, right? Mr. Williams and Miss Marsh, like Miss Marsh and Mr. Williams, I don't know. They was like cohorts or something. I don't think there was nothing there. They just like co-workers, teachers. Mr. Williams, get her to go out and clap erasers, and Miss Marsh get me to go out and clap erasers, right? And for those that don't know, clapping erasers, like back in the day, we used to have like a green chalkboard that you used to write on. Teacher write your assignment on it, and they'll have a bucket of erasers that'll be full of chalk. And they used to ask you to go outside in the little courtyard between classes and clap the erasers, get all that chalk stuff out. It looked like smoke. So she walk out and I walk out with my bucket. I'm like, oh, snap. And I see her. And we get about 30 seconds to talk to each other. Right? We get about 30 seconds to talk to each other. And I see Mr. Williams looking at me like, what the hell he do? Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams, he's the dude that told me about the Clyde Frazier trade, right? Dude told me about the Clyde Frazier trade, but whatever. Mr. Williams looking, he like, okay, I see Uncle Freezy down there. And we standing there talking. I know we only got like a minute, but at 30 seconds, our old player hating ass principal, Mr. Smith, I want to cuss so bad about Mr. Smith, but I can imagine he probably done gone to glory by now, right? Because he was like 60 years old and I was like 10, right? Mr. Smith see us and Mr. Smith was like, ladies and gentlemen, the hallway is not for blah, 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 blah. He scared us to death because, I wasn't a troublemaker. So when the principal talked to me, I'd be nervous. You know what I'm saying? The principal talked to her, she'd be nervous. Because we in the gifted and talented program, we not the ones that's like, whatever. So I go back and clap the erasers, right? And I go and come back in. I put the erasers back down by the board or whatever. I walk in. I do my little bop to the desk. Miss Marsh see me. She like, okay. And Miss Marsh walked back to me. She passing out papers. And Miss Marsh, I'll never forget. She like, I see you, Lovebird. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what Lovebird meant until she said it. She's like, I see you, Lovebird. And I was like, I ain't no Lovebird, Miss Marsh. You stop, Miss Marsh, that ain't me. And I'm giggling like in a high pitch tone or whatever. I was so uncomfortable. And so the day come for happens all year. I only get like 2 or 3 minutes to talk to her all year. It's like 30 seconds here, a minute there, whatever. So the spring formal come, right? The spring formal comes, and it's like all of our classes are there. And my mom, shout out to my mom for getting me a fly outfit, man. Hey, yo, as man, when it came to stuff like that, your man's was fly, right? Out there looking like Jackie Wilson. So the spring formal come, and all of us, they got punch. We drinking, we drinking punch and stuff, and we mingling. And so we get there early. Me and my homeboys, we there mad early because we want to see what everybody got on, right? We want to see what everybody got on. We want to see who coming with who accepted what date, who dating, who not, right? So Mr. Williams was like, yo, Uncle Freezy, come in. And I was like, hey, Mr. Williams, what's happening? He was like, I see you. We see y'all lovebirds. We've been seeing y'all all year. I'm like, man, I'm Mr. Williams. Who? Y'all ain't seen nothing, man. Y'all don't know nothing about no lovebirds. Mr. Williams, you 26 years old, man. You over the hill. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this right here. This is me talking to Mr. Williams, right? He like, yo, go get my record out, go get my thing out of the trunk, and I'll look out for you so y'all can get a dance or something. And I was like, word? He's like, yeah, I got you. I used to do stuff for him all the time. Like during the stuff, I used to run errands for him, like go get him coffee from the corner store, like a coffee and a muffin or whatever. And, he used to look out for me or whatever. Right? Because I used to get to school early. He used to be to school early. He'd be like, yo, go put my cigarettes in the car. And I go put his cigarettes in the car, lock the car, bring his keys back, whatever, just run the errands. And so we there, and every time I get to try to talk to her, either her friends was in the way. And Adrian had a crush on me, y'all. DSJ is in the building. DSJ and Adrian had a crush on me. I'm a tall human being, right? Right. I'm an exceptionally tall human being. Like, I'm not 5'11", 6 foot, man. I'm 6'5". Right? In that range. I'm tall. But in 5th grade, Adrian was about 6 inches taller than me. She used to look down in the top of my head. That's how tall she was. But she liked me. And so I didn't know how much she liked me. I thought it was like, oh, she just playing. Right? I didn't know she liked me like that. Right? So I'm trying to talk to the girl I've been trying to talk to all year. Adrian keep getting in the way. Right? And I'm looking, I'm like, hey. And she like pointing at Adrian. And listen, Adrian was intimidating. So Adrian, if you're watching, yeah, you was intimidating back then. So, but anyway. So finally, Mr. Williams looks at me. He give me the cue, right? He give me the thumbs up like, hey, this is it. Your song coming. And I look, I'm like, my song coming. I wonder what he going to play. You know what I'm saying? I hope he don't play. I'm thinking he going to play. I think we going to do the bus stop or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we going to do, you know what I'm saying? But he plays this song by Earth, Wind, and Fire called After the Love Is Gone. And like when he put it on, he was like, yo, hurry up. So I asked her to dance. I'm like, hey, come here. Let's share this moment right here. I don't know why I said that, right? Because I'm not smooth, right? I'm not smooth. I'm just a regular dude. Trust me. But when the song comes on, I go over and I reach through the crowd. I reach by Adrian. I look around Adrian. I grab her hand. I'm like, come on, share this moment with me. And we get out there on the floor. And, 10th graders, when they hear an old R&B song, they don't know. So they like, ain't nobody on the floor but me and her, right? Ain't nobody on the floor but me and her. And the song is playing. They going through the little parts. Oh, after the love is gone. Give it on. All of this stuff, right? All of this, right? So we dancing. And towards the end of the song, I'm getting all these vibes, right? And my body is telling me something, but I never felt it before, so I don't know what it is that I'm going through. All I know is me hugged up with that girl just felt right. Right? Me hugged up with that girl just felt right. Right? And so we hugged up. We're dancing to After the Love Is Gone. And you know how it gets to when it's towards the end of the song, right? And it's coming towards the end, and you're like, oh man. And so I talked to her, like, I'm like, oh man, the song about to be over. She was like, I don't want to dance with nobody else. I want to dance with you. And then so I look at Mr. Williams, and Mr. Williams looks at me, give me the thumbs up, and he run it back, and he played the song back to back, right? And this time when he played back to back, all of my classmates had grabbed a girl or grabbed a guy or whatever, and all of them got on the dance floor. This time through After the Love Is Gone, there's a whole bunch of fifth graders hugged up dancing. And you know the teachers coming through, hey, y'all too close. Y'all too close, back up. They you know, they do the little thing. Yeah, hey, you need some space right here. They ain't do that with us. They did not do that with me and this lady, this girl at the time. They left us alone, right? We moved towards the edge of the dance floor, away from everybody else, where it was dark, and we just danced our little groove, right? We just did our little dance, right? And then after that song went off, we was right there by the tables because we was in the lunchroom, right? So we went there right by the tables, and we just sat and we just talked and talked and talked. And when it was time to go home, she didn't want to go, and I didn't want to go either. So I just asked her, I was like, hey, you enjoy yourself? She was like, yeah, I enjoy myself. I was like, you know what? We should be a couple. Will you be my girlfriend? And she said yes. And my homeboy Will and my homeboy Sean was right there walking towards me when she said yes. And I walked her out the door, walked out the joint of PS15, and her mom and pops was out there. I waved at them, hey, you know, saying whatever. And she went on home, and we was legit boyfriend and girlfriend for about 6 weeks. And that is the end of that story. DSJ, what's good, bro? I'm going to put this joint in the chat, man, just real quick. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, and DSJ, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It should not have taken me from early September to the beginning of June, right, for me to have her be my girlfriend. It should not have taken that long, but it did. But when you're a fifth grader, things don't go. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, when you're a grown up and you can control stuff. When you're a kid, you basically like trying to figure out things on the go. That's just what it is, man. Hey, DSJ, can we play one of your songs, man? DSJ is in the chat, everybody. I'm gonna see if DSJ can well let us play one of his songs, man. I'm gonna see if DSJ will play. Oh, look who in it. Okay. Yo,
what's going on up?
Hey, man, you mind if I play one of your joints?
Nah, not at all.
All right, so I'm gonna find one because I played Hood Goddess already. Let me see if I can find one here. So I played Hood Goddess, and what else do we have left? Listening for Your Heart. Can we play that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So everybody, I'm gonna play Listening for Your Heart by DSJ.
Never thought it would come to the moment you and me weren't you and me. After everything we've overcome, now it's all just archives and memories. Still whispering your name, baby, 'cause I see your face when I sleep. Drowning in the sea of emotion, but the water ain't that deep. There's things left to say without being volatile. Baby, won't you just stay for a little for your heart. Now I packed up our hopes and dreams, and we're sitting back at the starting line. Maybe I was neglecting or you're disrespecting what I do with my time. Praise and blame don't change a thing. Girl, can we make it right? What's the saying? Never say never when it's the fight of our lives. There's things left to say without being volatile. Baby, won't you just stay for a little while? Thousands of miles between us, but I swear I still hear you. Hear me calling, listening for you, baby, for your heart.
That was Listening for Your Heart by the original Delano Steele. What's good, brother?
Ain't nothing much. Hey, just vibing with you right now.
Man, that joint is fire, bro.
I appreciate it.
That joint is fire, bro. Don't touch it, bro. Don't do nothing to it, bro. Don't try to put no system in it. Don't try to put no rims on it. Don't try to tint the windows, bro. Leave it just like that, bro. That joint is fire.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I was just up here, man, telling stories like Big Bub. You know what I'm saying? Just sharing some stuff, man. You know what I mean? Getting some content to put on Instagram and all of that, man. So what's the word, bro?
Nothing right now. Just remaining busy. Whether it's the 9 to 5 or the job of my dreams, you know what I'm saying? I'm just networking and working.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. It's you know, it's been a strange time for me. I'm back in school, still grinding away at the JOB, doing Lawrence Tears, doing vibes and stuff. Got little dogs, man, trying to rehab this house I'm in. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're in a relationship with the girl of my dreams and all that stuff. So it's a bunch of stuff going on, man.
And that's life. Life be life, and
Yeah, man. That's just what it is, bro. Yeah, man. So you heard from Soulfinger today?
I didn't. I'll be honest. I spoke with Jay Boogie earlier.
Okay. Salute to
We
J Boogie.
connected. Yeah, we connected as far as just studio stuff. Connected with another artist, Burns the God. As a matter of fact, he's down in South Carolina right now. About to move to Atlanta
Okay.
to record with Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
So me and him, we chopped it up a little bit.
Okay.
And so we're probably doing a future collab. He said he'll send me some beats, and you know what I'm saying, we'll go from there. But yeah, man, a lot of networking, a lot of it.
Networking will keep you busy, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
But it
networking.
also puts you in a position to where you can potentially succeed. So I'm just staying busy.
So how is True Music doing?
He's doing good. Matter of fact, he's in South Carolina right now, down in Myrtle Beach.
Okay. He over here by me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yo, what's up with your other partner, man? How he been?
Oh, Quick is good. Quick is good. Matter of fact, I spoke with him earlier, and we were just kind of going over everything that was supposed to be happening in terms of Boston and everything that we got going on from March to June.
So y'all gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's just a hectic time, but again, it's what I wanted. It's what I asked for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope, man. Yeah, man. I'm hoping Vibes and Stuff, this channel will jump off, man, where we can start featuring artists and all of that stuff too, man. So, man, who knows, man? Hey, success soon come.
Absolutely, absolutely. As
Yeah,
I always
man.
tell everybody, I will see you at the top. We will have a toast then.
Yep, 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 yep. See you at the top. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So just told a little story, man. I think I kind of enjoy telling stories more than people enjoy hearing them, but whatever.
I enjoyed the story, so
Yeah, yeah, man. Because if I didn't share the Janet Jackson story, or if I didn't share the story about the lady that said she wasn't artillery, yeah, yo, yeah, man.
let's not forget the Patrick story. That's another
Patra,
golden yeah, that's another golden egg right there.
yeah, Patra legit told me to my face that she would get her bodyguard to beat me up. Yo, no lie, bro, no lie. But what other person legit shot they shot at Patra and Janet Jackson in the same year?
I couldn't tell you anybody
Not
else.
not many, right? Not many. Notice, so I shot my shot, right? I failed, but whatever. At least I have a story to tell, like Biggie says.
Yeah, and
So
again, you only miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
right, 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 man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what type of project y'all got coming out?
Well,
Is it
right
gonna be
now,
strictly R&B, or some smooth R&B, or
well, for myself, just speaking for myself, it's gonna be R&B. Everything
okay,
is R&B related. What I would love to do is probably do a little bit of pop.
okay,
Just kind of like I said, inspired by Usher's albums and some of the music that he put out, and I just kind of
so the
I'd like to
album
tap
really
into that.
captured you then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, okay,
I mean, it's just again just a blending of so many styles
right,
um between the world of, and it's crazy even the influence of pop music and how much just how international it is, where you have like the Korean sensations, the K-pop um sensations, and you know what I'm saying, the groups and all that stuff,
yeah,
and how much of an influence, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson and Usher and Chris Brown has on them. So now it's like, they're tapped in, and they're putting out great, like, quality music, the quality sound, which is crazy because even the sound is like reminiscent of like the 80s,
okay,
from like the drum pattern, the way they use the instrumentation, using like the horn selections and stuff like that.
right,
Like you could really tell like how much of the 80s has influenced today's music. 80s and 90s inspired. So like I kind of want to tap into that myself
right.
and just kind of push the envelope.
Wow, wow, that's dope. That's really dope. So what are you trying to do with an audience? Like, what do you want from your audience?
Um,
Do you
Honestly, I
want
just
do you
want.
want appreciation? Do you want participation? Is it a call to action? Do you just want the bread? Do you want the popularity? Like, what do you want from your audience?
No, I would love both the appreciation and the participation. There's nothing like there's nothing like doing a song, performing a song, and people are really vibing to it, really, you know what I'm saying, responding well to it.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
I would love
Like
to be in.
do you want to be famous? Right? Do you want people remembering the lyrics to your song? I mean, is there a specific thing that you're looking for? Like, do you want to have because I know on a base level, and not to cut you off, but I know on a base level, artists want that feeling of euphoria when they perform. Right? I know all artists want that as a baseline. They want a euphoric feeling from the audience when they appear, but they want to feel that euphoria and energy from the crowd when the crowd is totally into them. But
Absolutely.
beyond that, do you want you know that um for instance, if I asked you what is Prince's favorite song, what would you say?
Mm. What is Prince's favorite song?
You know, what is your favorite Prince song?
Oh, my favorite Prince song. The most beautiful girl in the world.
Right, a remake, right? You know what? What I would say my favorite Prince song is Pop Life, right?
Mm.
Right, it's Pop Life. Cause he asking you, do you want the pop life? What's the matter with your hair? Pop life. Does it curl in something something? Pop life. Do you want some up your nose? Pop life. Do you did the check not come in the mail? You know, so he asking you all these things, right? In Pop Life, right?
Yeah.
And so Pop Life is my favorite, but one that really hits me the most is Raspberry Beret, right? When he's saying I was working part-time in a five and dime. My boss's name was Mr. McGee. He said he used to be something kind. I don't like your kind because I was too leisurely. And then she walked in with a blah blah and something. She wore a raspberry beret, right? Just like a whole story and the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And so as me as a fan of Prince and that album and that song, right? Prince is dead and gone, and I probably remember the lyrics to that song forever,
Yeah. And
right?
again, you want you yeah. For me, of course, I think you always want to have a lasting impact
Right,
and deliver timeless music. Like I think that's the epitome of every artist.
right.
Like that's the goal of every artist, or it should be at least. The
Okay,
goal of every artist is to leave a lasting impression on the audience and the fan base.
right, right,
So the money and the byproduct of being timeless is byproduct. It's a secondary action.
okay,
And for me as an artist, I want you to remember me.
right, okay, okay. Yeah, man, that's one of those things, man, where um it's gonna take being on the road. You remember the movie Purple Rain, where Prince is a young struggling artist trying to find his way and trying to get people to appreciate his music, and others are coming out at the same time, just making popular music, making them dance. And Kid wants people to appreciate him for what he is beyond the genre.
Right.
Like you remember when he did Darling Nikki?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So it's one of them things, man, where I guess it's like, you know what I'm saying, putting in the once the hard work is put in, once the hard work is put in, then you know, you take off and before you know it, You meeting people at the top.
And that is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well,
And of course, for Nikki to come back.
huh?
And of course, for Nikki to come back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That too. And yeah, that too. That too. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So how many projects you putting out this year?
um, Probably two.
Okay.
Well, two solo, one collaborative effort.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So of course, as I've been saying, the No Sleep Till Brooklyn project, I'm working on that, trying to get it all completed,
Right.
and then as far as me, True, and Quick Tempered, we're gonna do Project Ghidorah.
When can we expect that?
Um, Probably second or third quarter.
Okay. So basically it's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So where can we expect to see it? Or where can we make the purchase?
Well, I'm gonna make sure that we get it on all streaming platforms. I'm gonna actually tap in with the team, and we're gonna discuss the rollout. Um, and what distributors we're gonna use to get this whole thing started. But for the most part, the distribution, once we get the distribution taken care of, um, everything will be basically on all platforms, and I'll definitely let you know, like, all the information once it's completed. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with like three and four people, it's like a completely different uh timeline. So I'll sit here and say, let's drop it tomorrow. They'll be like, well, now let's drop it like next year.
Right.
And so
Right.
it's always that conundrum and conversation. But overall, yeah, we're looking at the
That
second and third
that
quarter.
conflict, that's not really a conflict. It's like strategy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I feel you. I feel you on that, man. Well, I hope everything goes right with it. I hope you guys get everything that you're looking to gain from it.
I hope
Um
people buy it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you guys have put so much into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, I
of
hope
course,
so. I hope so too,
just
man.
yeah, just I want the work to be quality, and for people to recognize everything that is done as such, as quality.
Right.
So it's imperative that, you know what I'm saying, as far as on my end, that I deliver um good you know what I'm saying, good quality work,
Right.
consistent work. If people rock with Hood Goddess, if people rock with Listening for Your Heart, then my job is to continue to give you those type of um memories, and feeling going
Right.
forward.
Right. 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 So why no sleep till Brooklyn? Why not no sleep till Jersey? What's the deal? What's the deal with that?
So okay, so No Sleep Till Brooklyn, for one, and an homage to where I'm from, of course.
Yeah.
Um Secondly, because
Shout out to the Poconos, by the way.
of course, shout out to shout out to everywhere in the world, the tri-state area, Delaware, Maine, New Hampshire areas,
South Jersey, Philly.
Philly, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's basically for me the biggest thing, that I wanted it to be a representation of who I am and where I'm from. And of course, No Sleep is no sleep is the interpretation of being busy.
Right.
Um, and with the music that I'm doing, I want you to be awake for this part of the event, this part of the evening. So
Right. Like kind of like only built for Cuban links means
right,
hard worker getting it out the gutter. I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Type.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, man. That's super dope. Everybody, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get some rest for the AM. Right. I'm gonna thank DSJ, the original Delano Steele, for coming through and hanging out with me, man. Make sure y'all keep an eye out for all of his stuff. Right.
I appreciate you for having me.
DSJ going forward, man, you got to put your socials and your name tag. That way when people come through and see it, they'll be able to find you on other sources of media and go to it and support your stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. That way they'll know what artists to check for, and then that way they can definitely support. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Midnight Lounge tonight. We may do another sometime this week. I can't guarantee for sure because the workload. I have an increased workload, so I don't know what the schedule is going to be like. But I'm just going to ask you to continue to show up and support, and we are going to try to hold up our end of the bargain with quality content. So thank y'all for rocking. Good night and peace, everybody.
Peace.